Thank you for joining us here on The Money at the CEO Watch. And today we're going to be sitting down and speaking with the Group Deputy Managing Director, Mr. Prakash Keswani of Artee Industries. Thank you much for joining us here today.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
So, Artee Group is a company that's been established in Nigeria for a number of years. You have lots of brands, SPAR to Cascade to several other sort of initiatives that the company is sort of taking on. But it'd be good to know, can you tell us a little bit more about the company's history, when it was established, and where you are today?
Artee Industries Limited is over 3 decades old. And from the retail space, we started with Park and Shop in 8/8/88. That's 8th of August 1988. It just happened to be that now.
Interesting.
That date. And we started with a very, very small store in Victoria Island. It's 125 square meters. A very small store. Absolutely looking at the necessity of what the consumer would need. And we were very, very focused on what consumers wanted, what was lacking during the time. And the way we really grew was consumer-centric. Any step that we took, what the customer wants, customer satisfaction. If there's anything at all, we say no. We'll never say no for an answer. It's always, yes sir, we can do it. Yes ma'am, it can be done. And be it a consumer buying just a loaf of bread or buying hundreds of thousands, we'll see every customer goes out with a smile. That's the basis in which we did our business.
Okay.
That's how we started.
Okay, so given that you're decades old, what would you say some of your most proud achievements as a company?
Well, from the very small store of 125 square meters, we had another opportunity to open a much larger store. It was something which we had no experience about. That's in Ajala Odeko. Exactly 8 years later, 8/8/96, we had the opportunity to open the store on Ajala Odeko, much larger. It's 25 times, 30 times larger than the very first store.
Okay.
Huge investment at the time. Our capital also was very limited. We got good encouragement from banks, and with that, we opened. And it was truly a stepping stone to the next level.
Okay. And currently, how many stores do you currently have?
Currently, we have 9 stores.
Okay.
And we are on a massive rollout plan.
Okay. So in 5 years, how many stores should we be expecting?
5 years, we should be having about 25 stores.
Okay.
To add to the speed of what number of stores we want to open, we went into backward integration.
Okay.
Now I'll talk about backward integration. It's approximately 2001 when the government came with a lot of ban which cannot be imported anymore.
Okay.
In that space, we had huge retail space for furniture.
Okay.
And there was most of the furniture were imported then.
Okay.
It was a great decision by the government. And we stepped aside and we said, let's do something backward integration. How can we keep the space empty? We put up one of the largest furniture manufacturing facility in the country.
Nice.
Technology from Malaysia, from Italy, CNC machines. You can roll out millions of desks or tables or home office furniture, and all will be accurate to its millimeter.
Okay.
So I can say, thanks to the government, today we are into huge furniture manufacturing.
Okay. All right. So we spoke about that you also manufacture furniture. What other sort of products does your company actually produce?
It was during the same time.
Okay.
When beverages, water were banned into importation. We came up with the first PET bottle. That is one here. PET bottle we introduced in the country.
Okay.
Prior to that, it used to be PVC. And we were the first to introduce the PET bottle, and we were the first to introduce the 20-liter bottles which you put over the dispenser.
Okay.
We were the first in the country to introduce that.
Okay.
And it's again, when there is an adversity, we look for an opportunity.
Yes.
And that's the key for us. This card empowers the consumer with 45 days interest-free credit.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on the cycle when you buy.
Yes.
At the same time, we give the consumer 2% return when they come and shop at our stores.
Interesting.
Not only that, this card can be used anywhere else besides our stores, also internationally.
Anywhere Visa's accepted.
Anywhere. And we give the consumer still 1% for whatever they buy with this card.
Interesting.
And that's something which is very unique. I don't think there's any retail chain who has come up with this product. Okay. And this we came out about 6 years back.
Okay. And how has been the reception from customers?
Oh, amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. We have loyalty programs specifically designed for consumers who hold this card, besides 2% and the 1%. So we create promotions for them to say, look, you are a SPAR credit card holder, you have this promotions just for you.
Our target audience are sort of 18 to 34. They're looking at a very successful business who's been in operations for decades. You've had to sort of look at what are some of the problems that you need to tackle, and you've taken interesting approaches to tackling those problems. What would you say to your younger self and our young viewers in terms of business advice as an entrepreneur?
Be very persistent, be innovative. There's a lot of opportunities, and be focused on what you're doing. And whatever you're doing, make sure you cover it 360 degrees. There's nowhere that you leave it open for things that can go wrong. Plan well in advance. Have a great plan in advance. We went with the necessity. We started just with a supermarket in that 125. Then later we realized there is scope for electronics. Consumers want electronics. We started with electronics, your televisions, refrigerators, generators, etc.
And now you're doing baby products as well.
Yeah. Then later in the same stores, we came up with IT.
Yeah.
And today we are one of the largest IT retailers. Find an opportunity, look very deep into it, be focused, and be very consumer-centric, customer-centric.
Yes.
That's the key. Look, shopping malls are all over. Why can't we in Nigeria do it?
Yeah.
Why can't the Nigerian consumer enjoy, have the pride to go into a store?
Yeah.
And there's so much of value to it. You don't have to go to open market. I'm not trying to demean them by any way. It's going to be an evolution.
Yes.
All will survive time.
Yes.
Everyone will survive. As you come, you get fresh products. Possibly, you'll never find an adulterated product. You'll never find a fake product. The ambience is there. You have no palaver for parking your car anywhere. So all this benefits a total value system.
Yes.
And of course, we are very competitive in price. And the consumer, they can't imagine to say, hey, you're selling at this price? So that's a total value.
Yes.
And we are trying to educate a consumer. Look, this is the value that you get. And it's been very rapidly growing. And consumers are understanding that.
Yes.
It's very encouraging.
Customer-centric is the key. And so just to wrap up, we're here with the Group Deputy Managing Director, Mr. Prakash Keswani of Artee Industries. Thank you very much. And as he mentioned, be very customer-centric, be very consistent, and be persistent in helping to solve customer. Yes. All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Until then, guys, stay on the money.